Twitter. LSV plays on Wizard Circuit, and I primarily play on not Wizard Circuit. Rest in peace. Rest in peace is in the board. Yep, those should be in. Bunch of Magus of the Tabernacle sounds great. Yep. Messed up. Definitely cut like 2 more Stone Rains and 2 Molten Rains probably. Or Molten Rain. Bring in the Rest in Peace. Because like destroying lands just isn't very good against the Mana Dork deck. Wait, no, we didn't board a Rest in Peace. We missed it. You're like 3 other people over there before you. Alright, Boom Bust into that though. So kill your thing off of not lose our land. Sounds great. If we like destroy his land and have like turn 4 Magus of the Tabernacle, this game's probably over. Alright, that's a Wrath of God. Crack the Earth is each player sacrifices a land for 1 red. I believe is what that card does. If you bring in Rest in Peace, do we cut Dark Dwellers? Probably. Wizard Circuit, the cash to player ratio is much less favorable than the cash to player ratio on Star City events. Rest in Peace is not a combo with Flagstones. Alright. Things that are worth noting. Alright. If I hit a land, I think we just Wrath him instead of playing Magus. That's close. Hopefully we hit a land. Alright, we hit a land. Thoughts? Wrath versus Magus here? If I play Magus, he could technically Chord for Malira and combo us. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna Wrath. Awesome, man. And then next turn we Magus. Not anymore, I don't. Taking 2 here. We can play Magus, and then if we hit a land, we can Ajani and keep one of his lands locked down. And then Magus plus Ajani alt is just Wrath of God, so that sounds great. If he paths us here, it's not even bad for us. I'd be surprised if he boarded in path, though. Links to deck lists are always below the stream. Welcome to the stream. He has to decide what he wants to do here. This card's sweet. Actually, in all honesty, if we hit a land drop here, I think I'm just going to play another Magus. Unless he has a Malira. Nope, just Spellskite. That's great, man. Land drop, land drop, land drop. Yes, we have to pay for our Magus first. Well, that was a good draw. I'm going to ship with Magus here because he's probably going to block with Spellskite and then we'll Anger. Or he might just take 2. Like, he could read this as Bolt. Yeah, I'd probably take 2 there as well. I think... Do I want to get greedy and hold this? Yeah, I'm going to Journey, actually, and take the Spell's Guide away. And let him put some more idiots on the table. He could go, like, untapped land, Malira, Viscera Seer, but, like, we've already killed the Seer, so that's pretty unlikely. He's just letting them sacrifice. Alright, so he's got, like, Collected Company. Molten Rain is land. This forces him to collect a company now. Let's see what he gets. If we would have hit a land there, I would have just played another Magus because the collect a company gets much worse. Thoughts on Wildfire? That's like a 7-mana card, right? It's like deal 4 and everyone sacrifices a bunch of lands. Tide Hollow Skull is interesting. I guess we're kind of a combo deck, so we'd want to board that in. That's fair. Magus the Tabernacle and Kiki Chord. That sounds awful. Why would you want a Tabernacle in your creature type? This is red white land prison. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Pay your manas to keep your creatures. Actually, if we hit a land, we probably want to play the Ajani Vengeant, and before we start, before we play the other Tabernacle. Although I guess we just like tap one of his lands, and then he like ships into our Ajani and kills it. So we hit a land. I might play 2 or 3 worship again. So. The problem is, like, we play a Johnny. Yeah, I'm just going to play another Magus here, because then we can start attacking with one of them. And we can pay to keep both of ours. He could triple block and kill this, so we're just going to pass, because he's going to lose one of these on his turn. Have some triggers, buddy. Really, Jacob? Would you like some more banana? He has 2 cards, or his cards like Chord and Collected Company. He's going to try and combo us. If he has another Chord, we could kick a Chord during his upkeep in response to all the triggers. He's just scrying. Thoughts on including Simian Spirit Guide? Seems great to destroy. We can destroy lands on turn 2. We have Boom Bust. Decks like this already don't have any card advantage in them, so like including cards that give you like a bunch of card disadvantage is a really tough sell. So if he just pays for his guys here, I'm probably gonna sacrifice one of my Maguses during my upkeep, so that way we can anger away his 2 idiots. Simeon, yeah, so he's gonna try and combo us here. He's got probably 3 or 4 hits. Alright, he's got the combo technically. Alright. Operation Deck the Opponent / Time Them Out is now in effect. Because we're down a game, so we're definitely making him kill us this time. I kind of wish I would have made him click through the last time, because he's playing really slowly, which is annoying. Magus of the Moon sounds much worse than playing Chord, or than playing Painter Servant. So he's tapped out here. So on my turn, we're going to get to let one of our Maguses die and then anger him. And get rid of his combo creatures. He's playing Darksteel Citadel Reasonable Blind. Maybe. I don't know. I copied a list that got second into regionals and put 2 Painter Servant in the sideboard over 2 cards. Only changes I made. Like, just didn't think about it, looked at the list, and was like, yeah, I want to boom bust some people, and we started playing it. He is going to have to sack... Oh, he's going to have to sack the Viscera Seer, yeah. And then I'm going to anger the rest of them, so... Painter Servant counters I, and it makes Eldrazi Temple only make 1 mana. I'm just hoping the Painter Servant never becomes relevant because it just gets banned. He only went to 25 life. Alright. So, put these on the stack. Okay. I want to pay 2. Yes. And then I don't want to pay 2. No. Oh, there are no chalices in this deck. So, make the gods very angry. Yeah, we're gonna let one of the Maguses die. So we paid 2 to keep this Magus, and then we anger. So because we're playing on Moto, our opponent did not gain an arbitrarily large number of life because it would have timed out clicking through that. So we're gonna be able to kill him with damage. If we were playing in Paper Magic, we would play for decking him at this point. But because it's Magic Online, we're going to not have to do that. So we'll get a Johnny V here and tick it up. I'm not going to attack because he could have Collected Company here. He gets to scry a few times, so we're just going to pass. I don't want a Johnny to die. Look at that. Are we going to win a whole game? I guess we've won games today, right? We just haven't won a match. We lost to Eldrazi the last round. And again, I'm just going to keep Magus on defense because I want to ult this a Johnny. I think all of those cards you just listed are much worse than just playing Eidolon of Rhetoric. And if I wanted more cards, I would just play more Eidolon of Rhetoric. Okay, 2 more turns, and a Johnny goes boom. Recording for 3. Sure. Thanks to all the new followers. It's everyone hanging out. If you like Constructed Magic, be sure to follow. That's basically all I play here. We're going to play a lot of Modern, play a lot of Standard, a little bit of Standard, maybe some Legacy too. I have a Legacy open coming up at the end of the month. Alright, well he tapped the Gavany Township, so Johnny's going to lock that one down next. I think Painter's a good option out of almost every sideboard, yeah. He played a bird. Okay, so the fact that he played a bird kind of makes me want to play out our 3rd Magus here because he's going to Collected Company. So, awkward interaction about Ghostly Prison. He doesn't have to pay mana to attack Planeswalkers. So yeah, I'm going to play this Magus out as another blocker so he's not likely to be able to kill a Johnny this turn. So 2 blockers plus Bolt, so he shouldn't be able to do anything. I will be playing Brainstorm and Legacy. It's the best card in the format, and you're stupid if you don't play it.
Jeffrey.
I'm just keeping it like it is. So I'm going to let this guy permanently take a card from our hand. I'm going to bolt his Mind Sensor in response because that way this is going to get to